Good Sunday morning. I'm Tametria Conner. Thanks for joining us for this Sunday special edition of Today in Alabama. We'll check your headlines in just a moment, but first, meteorologist Eric Sneidel is tracking your morning forecast. And Eric, it was fairly pleasant out there. I mean, I'm not shivering this morning.
And not shivering, that's a trend that we've had a whole lot this winter so far, isn't it, Tametria?
Thank you so much, Eric. The defense rests in the federal corruption trial. Defense attorneys informed the judge yesterday before the noon deadline that they won't call any witnesses, just like last trial. Federal prosecutors ended their case Friday, and now the case could be sent to the jury by Tuesday evening. With more on this corruption trial, here's our Raycom News Network political reporter, Max Reese. Another witness who testified at length during the first trial but didn't get on the stand for this trial is Jarrett Massey. He was another lobbyist who pleaded guilty in the case. The judge threw out 4 wire fraud charges against Milton McGregor and Tom Coker. To keep up with what's happening in the trial, read our live blog Courtroom Chronicles on WSFA.com. You can read the verdict as it happens. Now to a developing story this morning. Last night, police confirmed a shooting on East Shirley Lane. That's near Eastdale Mall. This morning, police tell us the shooting victim is in stable condition and 2 suspects are in custody. No other details have been made available. We will keep you posted on this developing story on WSFA 12 News at 5 and 10. Now to an update. A former Alabama Attorney General says there was no justice in the honeymoon murder trial in Australia or here in Alabama. Troy King initially brought state murder charges against Gabe Watson. Watson faced charges for planning to kill his wife Tina during their honeymoon trip to Australia. Thursday, a judge dismissed the charges, saying there was not enough evidence to go forward.
If I didn't believe that there was enough evidence and enough reason to believe that Gabe Watson committed this crime, then I wouldn't have authorized a grand jury. We wouldn't have sought an indictment. We wouldn't have gotten an indictment, and we wouldn't have begun pressing forward while I was the Attorney General. Nothing's changed my mind about that.
Legal experts say a case dismissal is common when the prosecution fails to meet a minimum standard of proof. In Decision 2012, 2 days before the high-stake primaries in Michigan and Arizona, can Rick Santorum overcome attacks on his record as senator and pull out a victory Tuesday? That's the question, and in this morning's Meet the Press, Santorum proclaims to be the conservative alternative to Barack Obama. Recently, Santorum labeled Mitt Romney as an elite and called President Obama a snob.
We've been under assault now for about 3 weeks. Of course, you know, that's going to drive up our negatives a little bit. But you know what's holding on is the positive message that we've been out there talking about what we're going to do to create jobs here in the state of Michigan, focusing on the manufacturing sector of the economy.
Rick Santorum and Mitt Romney are basically neck and neck in recent polls. This morning on Meet the Press, Arizona Governor Jan Brewer announced she would endorse Mitt Romney for president. An emergency or natural disaster can strike at any moment, so is your family ready? We'll tell you about an event that aims to help you put a plan in place. And if you own a set of Goodyear tires, stay tuned. Details on a recall are coming up. Plus, mild temperatures today, but will they stick around? Meteorologist Eric Sneidel has the full forecast coming up right after this.
More storms.
Man,
there you go.
Not looking forward to it, Eric.
It's February in Alabama. That's our trend so far.
Okay, well, keep us posted. Covering news out of Lee County, a spokesperson from Michelin North American says they are in negotiations to sell the BF Goodrich plant in Opelika. The tire manufacturing facility closed in October of 2009, leaving nearly 1,000 people out of work. City leaders had hoped to locate another tire manufacturer in the facility, but according to Opelika's economic director, Michelin North American, who owns the massive building, will not sell to a competitor.
Well, I think it limits our marketing ability. You know, the facility was a tire manufacturing facility, and we are not able, Michelin is not allowing that to be sold to another competing tire manufacturer. While we didn't necessarily think it was the best thing for Opelika, it's still a company decision, so we had to honor that decision.
A spokesperson for Michelin says she could not comment on who her company will or will not sell to, but did say Michelin is optimistic about current negotiations to sell the plant. We have a recall to tell you about. Goodyear has issued a recall for 6 versions of its regular silent Armor tires. The company says it's recalling the tires because of concerns the tread would separate under what it calls severe usage conditions. Goodyear says it will notify owners and replace the tires for free. When you hear the word disaster, most of us think severe weather, but the Montgomery EMA says it's much more than that. The local emergency management agency organized demonstrations and exhibits yesterday to show families how dangerous power lines can be. The organization also showed residents different ways to communicate when the phone lines go down and explained the role emergency responders can play in helping you through a catastrophe. The goal was to give families a better understanding of the importance of being ready.
We're so used to our day-to-day lives and everything just runs normally, and then something big happens and your whole world is turned upside down. What we want people to really think about is, and to put into practice, is to have a plan for how you will deal with any type of disaster that comes.
The Montgomery EMA has held this event at Montgomery Mall since 2005. A program in the Wiregrass provided both honors and inspiration to deserving students. We'll have more on the Black History Student Honors Program next, and we'll have information on a Black History Award banquet you might want to attend, as Today in Alabama Sunday Special Edition continues after this break. Black History Month is about making a difference in the community, and several students in the Wiregrass have found a way to do that. WSFA 12 News reporter Kim Smith was on hand for the Black History Student Honors Program, where leaders pay tribute to young community activists. The award program recognizes students of all races. Honorees range from K through 12th grade. The Montgomery Tuskegee Times is holding its 25th annual Black History Award banquet today. It will be at the RSA Activity Center on Dexter Avenue in Montgomery at 4 p.m. The publication will pay tribute to the life of attorney Jock Smith and salute other veterans. Tickets are $50 and there may be special discounts for veterans. For more information, please call 334-462-1363. Stay with us. The Oscar votes are in, but we won't know until later tonight who the big winners are. Of course, all eyes in the capital city will be on Montgomery native Octavia Spencer. She's up for Best Supporting Actress for her work in The Help. We'll give you a look at Octavia before she hit it big tonight on WSFA 12 News at 5 and 10. And Eric is here with a final check of weather. What can we expect, Eric?
Well, not bad if you're going to be watching the show tonight. I think you're obviously going to be inside, so it doesn't make much difference. But we'll see plenty of sunshine for most of us. Again, those isolated rain showers out there in southern Alabama. So your commuter forecast for folks out and about this morning, I think Montgomery, Alex City, Prattville, we're high and dry, looking good. Temperatures between about 50 and 57 degrees. We go a little bit southward toward Troy, toward Andalusia and Eufaula. Again, those isolated rain showers this morning, I think, should be out of here over the next few hours, and certainly some improving conditions as we dry things out. We warm things up, and I hope you like the warmer weather, Tametria, because there's plenty more where that came from this week.
Thank you so much, Eric, and thank you for joining us. That's it for this Sunday special edition of WSFA 12 News Today in Alabama. We'll see you at 5 and 10. Have a good day.